Hello, this is Gretchen, and this is the Vintage Seagull. Again, I'll ask if you can like and subscribe to the channel so we can build it up and share it with the vintage community. I'll first get into my outfit today. Again, I'm going to be cleaning today, so I didn't want to do anything too fancy, and I'm going to be traveling soon, so I have not had much time to curl my hair. And I just got back from an American Revolution reenactment, so it's been crazy. So I just tied it back in a velvet hair tie. Again, I cut it so short I can't bun it, so I want to at least be able to grow my hair long enough to do like a mid head ponytail and bun it. So I went really short, and I think that's a good thing to be able to bun and do a ponytail, so then you could do some of the other styles. But it is great for a brush up. So this is a Calvin Klein top. This is one I got at TJ Maxx, and this is what the top that was pointed out to me that even though I was getting something modern, I still go for vintage. The ruffles, the bow, all that. It's late May, it's kind of summery. It's about 77 today, so this is very summery. And I have these shorts that they are houndstooth, and they said they're like Harlem style. These are from Amazon, so having a print with a solid and all that. And today's video is just going to be a really brief one. I'm highlighting some other YouTubers of vintage, people who are professional makeup artists, hair people, so people who maybe aren't vintage but have the craft in the technique that's very professional. I have those. I have some elegance people, and then I also threw in one person that does health and nutrition, because that is part of a more refined lifestyle. I'm trying to build a quality and longevity and health and things like that. So I'm just gonna basically do screenshots and list them, and then you can check out their channel if you want and if you like them, and you can also learn from them. And they do some similar things to me. I do maybe some things that are a little bit different, especially on the reenactor and the singing front, and also kind of the health front. So we have a lot in common, but then the reason I started this channel is I have their perspective, but also my personal perspective as well. So this will be just a brief presentation of other YouTubers that I follow and recommend related to the things I'm talking about or similar. So in this first screenshot, I have Alicia Vintage. I've only watched a couple of her videos, but I subscribe so I can get more content. I have Angela Clayton, another person where I've watched a few channels. Anna Bay is Swedish, and so she's in Europe. She is like an elegance master. Bernadette Banner does more Victorian era, but is historical. And Busby Style is another elegance kind of video. And I found her actually before Anna Bay's, and she went into a video about how to dress as a tourist in Europe to look more European. And she has some great tips, actually both of them do, on like how to dress and have more of a refined look, and kind of not wear clothes you wear at the gym all the time. This next set has Cherry Dollface. She does hair, makeup, and fashion, I believe. And hopefully I can pronounce this person correctly. Dafnana Barel. I think she's from Israel, and she is like a hair professional and makeup. She does some beautiful, excellent hair. Drew Payton. This is actually one of my colleagues and mentor for jazz singing. So he performs in Massachusetts, and I wanted to spotlight him. He mostly posts videos of performing, but I got my vintage singing start with him. Evelyn Wood another vintage person. And Fitfully Vintage, she does a lot of hair videos. In this next screen, I have Gentleman's Gazette. It's a great resource for men's style. And I've watched it to give me some tips because you can transfer that to female attire and etiquette and things like that as well. Candy Johnson, she's a makeup artist, so she does, she'll take like a celebrity or like a Disney character or ideas for Halloween, so she does some really cool things. She's done vintage makeup such as Marilyn Monroe and other people. Hopefully I pronounced this correctly. Karolina Zabrowska. She's from Poland, and I used to sing in a Polish church, so hopefully I pronounced it correctly. She's really funny. She's interesting to listen to. She'll do some stuff from 18th century. She'll do 40s. She'll do a variety of things, and I really enjoy her. We have Lacey Faye, the vintage girl next door. She does 1950s, and her whole house is in the 50s. So she is a great resource if you want to do a 50s style. Lady in Waking, I think she had said that she focuses on women over 40 years old wanting to do vintage. So that's a great resource if, like, say you started in your later decades. I started in my late 20s, but I'm almost in that age group, so it's good to have someone like that. So in this next screen, we have Lisa Glamour. She's another one who does kind of Marilyn Monroe style femininity, but it goes into the elegance rules, which also goes into kind of the vintage. That's why I wrote in the elegance, because you need to have that demeanor, the way you speak to people and present yourself to really have a good ambiance. I have, I hopefully pronounced it correctly, Lopsy. I think she's from the Netherlands. She does sewing, hair, makeup, especially love her hair videos. So a variety of vintage things. Morgan Donner, she, I believe, does, she focuses on some earlier time periods. Like she does, I believe, Renaissance or Baroque style, like things you'd see in paintings. But she does various time period videos. Looks like sewing. She did a video of all kinds of hairstyles through the centuries as well. So a variety of historical and vintage items. Then I have New York Vocal Coaching. This is more for singing, but this has a music academy in New York City by Justin Stoney. He does some great videos. You can go to conferences or workshops and do vocal pedagogy. You can also purchase voice vocal warm-ups and things like that. So if you are a singer, he has his technique covers classical, covers jazz, covers riffs and runs, melismas, Broadway singing, all kinds of singing. If you're doing vintage singing or other singing, getting a technical vocal channel is really important too. On this next screen, we have Pinup Palmer. She does a lot of really advanced hairstyles, so she's good as well. I'm sure she does makeup. This next one, she's probably my favorite, Rachel Maxkey. Hopefully I pronounced her name right. She is also a person from Massachusetts. She's also really funny, just like the lady from Poland. And what I like about her is her fashion is very accessible. It's simple. She'll show you like hair and makeup, and like you just take a button-down shirt and a skirt and you can wear it to work. So things that are simple, where you're not questioned too much, has a lot of earth tones. So I like her stuff because they're things you could wear to work or kind of go simple vintage but look really nice. Sage Lilyman, she's from Australia. She does a lot of 40s, a little bit of 50s. She shows videos on how she's made her home in certain rooms vintage. She also did like 48 hours, a video like living in World War II, the rationing and things like that. I feel more like her personality-wise. I really enjoy her stuff. We have Samantha Bullock, and she's a dress historian in Williamsburg, Virginia, and I've been there twice. She had some clothing that I was trying to have someone make for me as a sample. Like she did a riding habit for horseback riding, and she does more 18th century, but she's made a lot of really cool items. The last one on this list is TB12 Sports, and that's the organization run by Tom Brady. So I have that because I'll do a video kind of on health and techniques, and as a singer, being an athlete and things like that. So about the health and wellness part of this, and that can also go into elegance and refinement and creating a high quality life for longevity as well. This is the last batch of videos. I have the Deco Minimalist. She is a new one that I am following. She focuses on the 1930s fashion, and we have a 30s car, so I wanted to get more into the 30s style things, and I realized I had more 30s clothing that I can use than I thought, and so she's a really great resource for that, and she really takes a intellectual deep dive on some of these topics. We have Townsend's. They're more 18th century. They're also a company you can purchase 18th century items from. So I've bought tricorns, cloaks, other clothing there. They talk about life in the 18th century. They have a lot of video recipes. They're a great organization for colonial. Tracy Hensel, she is another one who I would consider more in the elegance category. She has tips and resources about making your life efficient and organized, and it's more the modern realm of things, but it can really filter into all this. We love Christina. She's another vintage person. I like her because she makes vintage accessible, and sometimes it can be intimidating or put on a pedestal, and she talks about the vintage community. I think she also discusses like kind of about plus size, and that you can find pieces or make pieces or have someone make you pieces, and that it can really be for everyone. So I hope you've enjoyed this, but these are vintage and historical and elegant YouTube channels I follow and stylize, and they're another resource you can learn a lot from. They have some other perspectives to me, and they do also have some similar as well. I hope you found the other YouTuber resources informative, as they can go with my channel, and then we can learn from them. So it's all about learning about different techniques to be more well-rounded, whether you want to be elegance and proper, or vintage, or be more organized or health conscious in your life. So we will see you in the next video.